Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Two new knives, excuse me, from Artisan Cutlery. I believe one of them is a model that we have seen before, but in a new variation. And then the other one, I don't recognize the name at all. I haven't opened these up yet. I'm about to do that and share that with you guys. Thanks so much to Artisan for sending these in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex and on TikTok at _metal_complex. As the title suggests, this is an unboxing and not a review, because opening something up immediately out of the box and then reviewing it would be stupid. But I do like to open these up and just sort of give my first impressions on them before I carry and, use them for review. Carry them and then start studying them for review, which you will get a full review on at least the new model down the road a bit. The reason I'm saying this more often is because we have so many new people here, mostly from YouTube Shorts, and just putting the word unboxing in the title is apparently not enough. So it's better to just explain it over and over again like I did in the early days of the channel. Excuse me. The first one here is actually, I'm still a little under the weather. The first one here is a variation of the Waden, which, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Yes, I get free stuff. No, free stuff does not keep me from saying mean things. I have no problem saying what I don't like. And the Waden is not a model that I loved. I think it's fine. I think if you reduce it to materials, it's fine. Like if you're looking at the price tag, right? In this case, we have the gold flake, carbon fiber, and the Damascus crest. Yes, that is actually Damascus. And we have titanium with some diagonal milling on it. And we have a sand polished S90V blade. What I didn't like about this model is the way that it deploys. I just really don't like that top flip, this sort of Whoville top flipper that they've got going on here. I also, and this is an ongoing thing with Artisan Cutlery, I don't like the inconsistency in the sand wash. Sometimes the sand wash looks near mirror finished, and other times it's barely indistinguishable from a satin finish. Again, I'll bet you anything, this is the exact same price as the standard one. It's probably $199, which, again, titanium S90V, which, by the way, Artisan does a good job with S90V. And then you got the Damascus and the gold flake. If you reduce it to the materials used and then compare and contrast with other things on the market made from the same materials with the same, execution, which Artisan Cutlery does a good job of, generally speaking, then sure, that price tag would be fine. My issue is more with the design. I don't love the design. It also looks weird. It looks like they took two ant thoraxes and cut the heads off and then duct taped the two thoraxes together. That's what it makes me think of. I don't excuse me, I don't love this model. I'm going to die during this unboxing. I don't love this model, but I think people who do love it will reap the benefits of it being a pretty competitive price tag versus other things that are actually in the same territory. That knife has already been reviewed, so there's no reason to re-review it just because they put a carbon fiber front scale on it. Gold flake carbon fiber can look good. I think it's a bit weird with the Damascus. And I don't know that it's doing this knife any favors, but that's pretty subjective. So let's open up this other one, because this is not a model that I've heard of. These will both be linked in the description if you guys want to check them. You guys know those are affiliate links. I get commissions, right? New people, just so you know, yeah, those are commissionable links. So if you buy something, that's how that works. Okay, so this one. Revel. Yeah. Sandblast S90V gun coating. What is gun? I need more information here. Maybe they give more information on the size. You mean like a Cerakote? Let's take a look. Yeah. That's not bad looking, actually. I like the dark gray. And then we have what looks like a bead blasted. Oh, of course, that's a Laconico design. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't mind that at all. That's real nice. They coat the entire frame lock. So we have a blasted. I would have really liked to see, I think it looks fine like this, but I would have liked to see the sand polish on this in contrast with the sort of battleship gray gun coating that we've got here. So this is S90V. Not a big fan of random codes outside of the, the blade steel And honestly, designer names and logos and things, as long as they're fairly small, don't really bother me. I liked, I like how they've kept the Artisan Cutlery logo small and mostly out of the way. I think that's fine. I hate seeing random codes. And what bothers me the most about that is knowing that there are so many brands who don't need to put codes on their blades and they don't do it. And then we got other brands like Artisan Cutlery who just like have to have those codes there. If there's a way to get rid of those, that would be great. But it doesn't seem like they've just wanted to change anything over the last couple of years. The design itself is very Ray Laconico-y. And if you're familiar with Ray Laconico, then you'll know exactly what I mean by that. It is super comfortable. It's nice and thin. These are contoured scales, which is really nice. Excuse me. It's one of those where I'm not sure. Like most of the time when I see kind of a blank canvas, I always want some texturing of some sort. I'm not sure that I absolutely want that in this case. I think it kind of looks, I think the standout to me is the contrast between the gray of the blade and the dark gray of the scales. That gun coat, or what I assume is something similar to Cerakote, looks pretty nice. I am certain that it will scratch up. So if you're wondering is it super durable, like can I close it and like frisbee it across my driveway? Probably not. Probably not. I don't think I need to test it to find that to not be the case, right? I do like that they put Artisan Cutlery on the back spacers, and then again, I kind of don't like it, right? I guess I'm glad that it doesn't have to be on the blade, but it probably doesn't need to be there at all, considering the Artisan Cutlery logo is already right here. So yeah, but let's get into manipulation and just the overall feel of the knife. It feels really good. It feels like typical Artisan Cutlery. Good access to the lock bar. Little thin, little ledgy, right? But easy to manipulate. No double clutch. Very easy to get in there and manipulate that that tactical oval, right? Feels good. Pocket clip is nice and short. That's what I like. Way before the 50% line. Can't stand it when pocket clips are way down here. Like why? That's just annoying and doesn't feel good in the hand. But this does feel good. I would also venture to guess, given the materials, right? Titanium backspacer, titanium pocket clip. Sorry, got this mixed up. This is a pocket clip and this is a backspacer. Titanium gun coat scales. And then we have the S90V blade, probably $199, which is pretty competitive if you look, right? If you look and compare with what's actually out there. New people. Is there that big of a difference between a steel like S90V and something you can buy off of Amazon for $30? Yes, there is. S90V will cut like probably dozens of times. Or like the edge will go dull on a cheap knife so far before an S90V blade. CPM S90V is like specifically made. I think the original application was industrial food prep, but this is a premium powder form steel. And up until very recently, it just was not available even at this $200 tier. It used to be that you were spending much, much more money to get S90V. And only recently has S90V come down to the sub $200 world, which is probably mind-blowing for a lot of people. But this tip of the iceberg, there's a lot more crazy stuff when it comes to pocket knives than whether or not S90V is new to the $200 tier. Yeah, S90V, this is a lot of the reason that so many people get interested in these upper tiers of the knife world, because the blade steel, the compositions, this isn't the only element when it comes to pricing, but oftentimes that, paying more money for a more performance-oriented composition will yield real results. A lot of people like to say the sort of a copy-paste argument. The vast majority of people will never be able to tell the difference between a basic steel and a super... they like to say that because it makes it, it sounds really smart. The truth is if you break down a lot of cardboard and you've been using a piece of junk knife, if you do this on a semi-regular basis, and then you go and use an S90V blade with similar edge geometry, right? Because geometry plays a huge role in performance. You will absolutely notice a difference. It does not take a scholar or somebody in the special made-up sort of gatekeepers blade club to understand the difference between those types of things. These are absolutely elements that everyday Joes can pick up on. It just depends on how often you use your knife and what you use it for, right? If you use your knife as a screwdriver, probably not. Also, it's not a screwdriver. You should use a screwdriver. But if you're cutting things on a regular basis, will you notice that the edge stays in a clean, sort of cutting apex for longer? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you absolutely will. Will you notice the difference between something like VG10 and D2 over 6 months of using your pocket knife once every couple of weeks to open an Amazon package? No. That's what they mean by that. But this is a really, like, when people say this, the vast majority of people won't be able to tell the difference. It's so circumstantial. That is, it's nowhere near as cut and dry as that. Excuse that pun. But yeah, for newer people, I don't want anybody confused. If it seems like a copy-paste argument, it probably is. We get a lot of those, as does any community, right? You get a lot of parroting, a lot of repeating, and what it does is just sort of muddy up the truth. I'm certain that even talking about this will have ignited a very passionate day-long argument in the comment section. So feel free to jump down there. I'm sure I'll be down there as well. Thank you so much to Artisan Cutlery for sending these in. There will be a full review on this guy. Probably not on this guy because I've already reviewed it, so that'd be pointless. But yeah, this guy's pretty interesting. I'll link these down in the description. You guys can check them out if you want to. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.